God created every creature with a purpose. Right, but some birds are born with a deadly instinct. Exactly, and in today's video, we're talking about the 20 deadliest birds that could actually kill you. These aren't just your average birds. These feathered killers are a real threat you definitely want to avoid. So, let's dive in and see which birds made the list. Ostrich. When you hear about a bird that can outrun a car, you know it's something special. Ostriches, the giant birds from Africa, are the fastest runners in the bird world, reaching speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour. These huge creatures can grow as tall as 2.7 meters, with nearly half their height coming from their super long necks. Weighing around 135 kgs, they usually travel in pairs or small groups, but sometimes gather in big flocks depending on the season. Even though they look peaceful, you have to be careful. Ostriches are strong enough to fight off big animals, and their powerful legs and sharp toes can be deadly. Now here's a crazy story you won't believe. The famous musician Johnny Cash once had a scary encounter with an angry male ostrich at his exotic animal park. He tried to push it away with a stick almost 1.8 meters long, but the clever bird dodged and kicked him straight in the stomach. Luckily, Johnny's belt saved him from serious injury. This wild moment shows just how powerful and dangerous these giant birds can be, even against humans. Bald eagle. You won't believe it, but the bald eagle is one of the most powerful birds in North America. These iconic birds are well known across the United States, soaring over huge areas from Canada to Alaska and even parts of Mexico. You'll often find them near lakes and rivers, where food and tall trees are perfect for their giant nests. These mighty hunters mainly eat fish and can grow up to 1 meter tall, with wings that stretch close to 240 centimeters. Their nests are some of the biggest in the animal kingdom, reaching 4 meters deep, 250 centimeters wide, and weighing over 1 ton. Now here's something wild you should know. Even though the bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, it's smart to keep your distance if one gets too close. There are real cases where they attacked people, especially during mating season when they become super protective. Luckily, the injuries are usually not serious, but they can still hurt. And while they are safe today, it's important to remember they were once in real danger of disappearing forever. Shrike. You won't believe what this little bird can do. The shrike, also called the butcher bird, may look like a sweet songbird, but it's actually a fierce hunter. Found in parts of Asia, Africa, and North America, shrikes eat insects, small birds, and even tiny mammals. But here's the crazy part. Before eating their prey, they stab it onto sharp branches, thorns, or even barbed wire. This wild habit gave them their scary nickname, and even though they're small and harmless to people, their hunting skills are something out of a survival movie. Here's something even cooler you should know. Their scientific name, Lanius, comes from Latin and means butcher, which perfectly matches their savage way of eating. Even though their feeding style seems brutal, shrikes actually help nature by keeping insect populations under control. So next time you see this tiny bird, remember it's not just singing, it's ruling its tiny kingdom like a real warrior. Southern Casawary. You won't believe it, but deep in the forests, there's a bird that looks straight out of a dinosaur movie. Meet the Southern Casawary. Standing tall at 2 meters and weighing around 60 kilograms, it's the second heaviest bird on Earth, just after the ostrich. Its wild look is unforgettable. Black, shiny feathers, a bright blue neck, red dangly skin bits, and a hard helmet on its head, which scientists still can't fully explain. Some say it helps break through thick jungle plants, others think it's for hearing better, or maybe it shows who's boss. Now here's the part that will make you think twice before getting close. This bird's strong legs are armed with dagger-like claws, and one kick can seriously injure or even kill. Their middle claw can grow up to 12 centimeters long, sharp enough to slice skin easily. Even though cassowaries mostly snack on fallen fruits, they won't say no to small animals or even dead ones. They usually stay away from humans, but if they feel threatened, especially when protecting their chicks, they can become dangerously aggressive. That's why it's super important to never feed them and always keep a respectful distance. You won't believe there's a bird in Australia that can't even fly, but still rules the land. Meet the emu, a big, strong bird that roams freely across Australia and New Guinea. It's the only bird from its family called Dromaeus, and it's the biggest bird in Australia. Even though it's a bit smaller than the ostrich, it has its own unique style. Unlike the ostrich, Emus have 3 toes on each foot and a slimmer body. And here's a fun twist, their closest cousin isn't the ostrich, it's the Casawary, another giant bird that also can't fly. Now here's something really cool about emus. They can grow up to 2 meters tall, weigh around 45 kilos, and both males and females look almost the same. They have messy brownish-red feathers that make them look wild and rough. But the best part? They're built to survive the crazy heat. Their dark feathers absorb the sun's heat, while the fluffy inner feathers keep their skin cool. That's why the emu stands proudly as a symbol of Australia's wild and tough nature. Towerdale. When you first see the tower owl, you'll be amazed by its beauty. People call it the tiger owl because of its stunning black, white, brown, and orange stripes. But don't let its calm look fool you. These owls are known for being fierce when it comes to protecting their babies or territory. Many hikers and runners have had painful encounters with them. Some even tell scary stories about deadly attacks, though real proof is very rare. Now, here's where it gets even more wild. The tower owl can grow up to 63 cm tall, with wings stretching over 1.5 meters wide, and it can weigh more than 1.5 kg. Its strong legs, sharp feet, and powerful claws can grip with a force of 135 kg, way stronger than a human hand. If you ever spot this beautiful bird, it's smart to admire it from far away. Respecting its space is the best way to stay safe. Giant petrel. You won't believe how big these birds get. The giant petrel comes in 2 types, the southern and northern giant petrel. Even though they look a little different, both are massive birds. They can weigh around 8 kg, and the southern giant petrel is even more shocking, with a wingspan of about 210 cms and a body length close to 1 meter. They are the largest birds in their family and live mainly in the southern parts of the world, nesting on remote islands like Macquarie Island and Prince Edward Island. Some even travel all the way to Antarctica, showing how tough they really are. Now here's the wild part, these birds have a scary side too. People sometimes call them stinkers and gluttons because of their crazy eating habits. On land, they fight fiercely over dead animals, especially around seal and penguin colonies. They don't just scavenge, they even attack live seabirds and baby penguins. They use brutal methods like hitting them again and again, or even drowning their prey. These giant birds are true warriors of the wild. Hooded Pawi. You might think it's just a cute little bird. The hooded pitahui looks like any other small brown and black songbird living in forests and hills up to 180 meters high. It flies around with family groups, searching for bugs, seeds, and fruits. But behind this normal life, it hides a shocking secret. This bird is actually poisonous. Its body carries powerful toxins called batracha toxins, hidden in its feathers, skin, and even its flesh, picked up from what it eats. Here's where it gets even scarier. Even a small touch can cause serious problems like paralysis in extreme cases. While no serious accidents with humans have been confirmed, tests on animals show deadly effects like seizures and death. The hooded pitahui proves that nature is full of surprising and dangerous creatures, reminding us to always be careful and respectful when we meet wild animals. Red-tailed hawk. Get ready to meet one of the toughest birds in North America. The Redtail Hawk is a powerful hunter with strong, wide wings and a short, thick tail. Its name comes from the beautiful reddish color on its tail feathers, which you can clearly see when the bird grows up. These hawks mostly hunt small rodents, little mammals, and other birds. With razor-sharp claws and a super strong grip, they can catch and fly away with their prey in seconds. Their flying skills are also amazing. They can twist, turn, and dive through the sky like real-life superheroes. But wait, there's more you need to know. Normally, red-tail hawks are not dangerous to people, but if you get too close to their nests during breeding season, they might dive at you to protect their babies. Sometimes they even lightly attack if they feel threatened. These majestic birds play a huge role in keeping nature balanced, so it's very important we respect their homes and give them space to live safely. Redcrested Woodpecker. The Redcrested Woodpecker is one of the largest woodpecker species in North America. Known for its bright red crest, this bird is hard to miss. When it taps on trees, it makes a loud drumming sound. These majestic birds are essential to forest ecosystems. They control pests and help shape the forest by creating holes in trees which are later used by other animals. Their strong beaks are perfect for digging into tough wood, especially when hunting carpenter ants and beetle larvae. This helps keep the insect population in check. Even though these woodpeckers usually avoid people, they can sometimes cause damage to wooden buildings if they find insects in the wood. While they are not dangerous, a scared or territorial woodpecker might use its powerful beak to defend itself. So, it's best to admire these beautiful birds from a safe distance to protect both the humans and the important role they play in keeping our forests healthy. The secretive secretary bird. The secretary bird, a native African bird, is a sight to behold. Standing tall like a heron, with an eagle-like head, its impressive black feathers contrast with its gray body. This unique bird is not like most others. It hunts on the ground using its strong legs, not its beak or claws. Specializing in catching land-based prey like snakes, rodents, and small mammals, the secretary bird has a hunting method unlike any other. It crushes its prey with powerful kicks from its scaled legs. One kick can hit with the force of 5 times the bird's weight, making it deadly to snakes and small animals. Though these birds don't pose a direct threat to humans, an angry or threatened secretary bird can deliver a powerful kick that could cause injuries. It's best to admire these amazing creatures from a safe distance, just like with other wild animals. Their incredible hunting skills and strong legs make them fascinating, but they should be respected for their power. Silent Swan. Did you know the mute swan is one of the largest water birds in North America and Europe? Its graceful neck and calm presence might make it look peaceful, but don't be fooled. These swans can be surprisingly aggressive when protecting their nests or young. If you get too close, you might hear them hiss or even see them charge at you, bite, or use their powerful wings to strike. It's their way of defending their family, and their size and strength make these attacks dangerous. Even though they can be fierce, mute swans usually live peacefully with humans in parks and lakes where people love watching them. They eat mostly aquatic plants, small fish and insects, helping to maintain the balance in wetland ecosystems. But remember, while their beauty is captivating, it's best to respect their space, especially during nesting season. The mighty bearded vulture. Meet the bearded vulture, also known as the lammergeier. This bird is huge, with wings that can stretch up to 2.8 meters. It's one of the largest vultures in Europe, Asia, and Africa. What makes this bird so special is its unique diet. It loves bone marrow. The bearded vulture is easy to spot because of its dark, sharp wings, long wedge-shaped tail, and the distinctive feathers under its chin that look like a beard. This bird has an amazing way of eating. It drops bones from high in the sky to crack them open on the ground, then it gets to the rich marrow inside. This shows how clever and skilled it is in the air. While the bearded vulture doesn't usually pose a threat to humans, its large size and graceful flight can be a bit intimidating. If food is hard to find, they might come closer to human areas, which can lead to problems. Old stories even say these vultures once snatched livestock and children. The dangerous Australian magpie. The Australian magpie is a bird you can't miss. With its striking black and white feathers and beautiful songs, it stands out in the skies of Australia and Papua New Guinea. Unlike birds of prey, this magpie belongs to the crow family. It feeds on insects, small mammals, and some plants. But don't be fooled by its harmless appearance, because during breeding season, this bird can get aggressive. So during this time, the magpie is known to swoop down on humans, attacking with sharp beaks and claws, often aiming for the head. These attacks can cause serious injuries. Every breeding season, Australia sees many of these incidents. Some places even suggest wearing hats or helmets for protection. Outside of breeding season, however, the magpie is usually peaceful and can live alongside humans in urban areas. The Majestic White Owl. The white owl is a stunning bird with impressive white feathers and a large size. Known for its strong build, this owl lives about 10 years on average. It hunts small animals like rabbits, birds, fish, and rodents. Sometimes it can act defensively around humans, especially during breeding season, when they might mistake people for a food source. To avoid conflicts, it's important not to feed them or use bird calls from electronic devices to attract them. Although it comes from Canada, the white owl migrates south during the winter, often sticking to nearby regions. But some have even been spotted in unexpected places like Florida. Now, here's a bonus. The Storkbuild Kingfisher may give you chills with its powerful beak and large size, but don't be fooled. Despite its intimidating look, it's mostly calm and harmless to humans. This bird uses its strong beak to catch big prey like young crocodiles, lizards, and medium-sized antelopes. Found in Central Africa, its main food is fish, but it can hunt larger mammals and birds. Though its appearance might seem scary, humans are a bigger threat to these birds, as hunting has reduced their numbers to just 5,010 in the wild. So don't worry, these fascinating creatures are no danger at all. The Clever Seagull. Have you ever seen a seagull that's too smart for its own good? The Gaivota argentea europea, or European herring gull, is a giant bird native to Western Europe. These seagulls can grow up to 66 cm long and are highly productive breeders, living in areas stretching from northern Europe to the Baltic Sea. With their striking white and gray feathers, they're not just beautiful to look at, they've also adapted to many environments, from Scandinavia to Eastern Europe and beyond. These seagulls are masters of survival, especially when it comes to finding food. They mostly eat fish, crustaceans, and plants, but they've also learned how to scavenge from humans, whether it's stealing food from a picnic or snatching something from a distracted person. Their opportunistic nature is hard to miss. In cities, they've adapted by waiting for humans to bring the food to them, and if that doesn't work, they'll get even more persistent. These clever birds have even been seen attacking pigeons, perhaps seeing them as competition for food. It's incredible how they've thrived in urban environments, showing just how adaptable and resilient wildlife can be. Northern diver bird. The northern diver, also known as the common loon, is a truly amazing bird. With its striking black head that shines with green and purple reflections and its white belly, it stands out in the wild. Found in northern lakes and waterways in places like the United States, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, and parts of Arctic Europe, this bird is a skilled hunter. It feeds mostly on fish, crustaceans, and mollusks, and sometimes even aquatic plants. Measuring up to 90 cm in length, with wings stretching nearly 1.5 meters, the northern diver weighs up to 700 grams. This size often keeps other animals and even humans away. During breeding season, these birds fiercely protect their territory, sometimes even chasing off other water birds like ducks and geese. They are protective not just of their space, but also against any intruders, including people. The Harris's hawk is a bird like no other. While it's smaller than most falcons, it's incredibly fast and agile, with powerful claws for hunting birds and small animals. But what makes this hawk truly special is how it hunts. Unlike most falcons that hunt alone, Harris's hawks work together, in groups. They can form flocks of up to 9 hawks, and each one plays a part. Some scare prey out of hiding, while others drive it towards the group for the final capture. What's even more amazing is how these hawks work as a team when facing danger. Instead of flying away, they attack together, showing off their impressive teamwork. This smart behavior makes them easy to train and highly valued in falconry. They're often used for controlling animal populations, like keeping the numbers of rodents or pigeons in check. The Paragan Falcon. The Paragan Falcon is known as the fastest bird in the world, and it's easy to see why. With its incredible speed, this bird can dive at over 240 km/h, making it an unbeatable predator in the sky. Found across every continent except Antarctica, these birds use their sharp claws to hunt other birds like pigeons and doves, striking with perfect accuracy mid-flight. It's an impressive sight to witness their high-speed hunting dives, which often leave their prey stunned or unable to escape. Though they're usually harmless to humans, Paragan falcons are protective of their nests. If they feel threatened, especially near their territory, they can act defensively with their sharp claws and speed. Over the years, these birds have adapted to urban life, even helping control pest populations in cities. Once at risk of extinction due to pesticides, the Paragan falcon has made a strong comeback, becoming a symbol of successful wildlife conservation efforts. The Majestic Golden Eagle. When you think of a true symbol of power and grace, the golden eagle is hard to beat. With golden feathers on its head and neck and wings that stretch nearly 3 meters wide, it's one of the most impressive birds of prey. Found across North America, Eurasia, and parts of North Africa, these eagles live in many environments, from mountains to deserts. Their primary diet includes mammals like rabbits and ground squirrels, but they're also known to hunt bigger prey like young deer. With their sharp claws and incredible grip, they're built for hunting. Though they usually avoid human contact, the golden eagle can be defensive if their nests are threatened. These rare interactions with humans don't happen often, but when they do, they remind us just how powerful and protective these birds are. Despite the occasional conflict, the golden eagle is admired and respected for its strength and majesty. Well, there you have it, the 20 deadliest birds you should definitely keep your distance from. Crazy, right? Nature's full of surprises, and some of them are far more dangerous than we thought. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our wild adventures. Stay safe and remember, not all birds are as peaceful as they seem.